Hi there, this is Raven Hawk from Fast Working Love Spells. And today I'm going to address, to the best of my knowledge, because these things have happened to me in the past, people who are scamming people out there and the various methods that they're using. Now, when it comes to spiritual work, because of the nature of it, it's not a physical thing that you can see or do. There are lots of people who scam people. And I'm not talking here the people who will just take money and not do anything or just stop talking to you after you've paid them your money. I'm talking of a different kind, people who are actively using a spiritual website as a mode of conning people. A more sinister way of doing this. What they do is something called caller ID spoofing. Look it up. Go online, type in caller ID spoofing. You can do it also with email. Person A, person B, person C. Person A has an email address or a phone, let's say a phone number that is 123. Person B has a phone number that is XYZ. Now, person B wants to contact person C, but wants person C to believe it's person A with the 123 phone number. The caller ID spoofing, I don't know how it works. I don't know if you have to pay every time you do it or how it works. They will find a way to put the phone number in. If you go online, you will find it. Put the phone number in 123 and call the number out. I don't know if they use their phone to do it or they use something the people. I don't know how this works. But when person C looks at their phone, the call is coming in. It says 123. That's called caller ID spoofing. It's called caller ID spoofing. I think a lot of collection agencies use this. I don't know if it's legal. I don't think it's legal. I was told once that if any collection agency does this, they're not reputable. They have like a million different phone numbers, and they're not paying for all these phones. It's just the caller ID spoofing or just paying for a bunch of numbers. That's one way of doing things. They could do that with an email as well. Person B can send and either say the email address was 123 of no, person one and then XYZ of person B. Now person B wants to send an email, they can send it with that email, whatever message is in. Now, if it's like something that with a link to corrupt the person's site or corrupt the person's website or corrupt the person's computer or their laptop, send a malicious link with some spam, they will think it's coming from this person. It's a simple thing and it's out there, but I think people are using it more and more now. And I think under the guise of COVID, well, people are not really meeting each other face to face. Most places are not even. It's becoming a norm now. The ban has been lifted in many states, but people are still not congregating anymore. They're just working from home now, and it's getting worse. Because if they're in one building together, they will start to notice, well, you know what, I got something like that, she got something like that. Something is wrong here, and they're getting away with it. The thieves, the hackers, they're getting away with this. Another way when it comes to my spiritual my website, and this could go for anything as well, but mostly I would say 98% of the time in my arena, my field, my service, there's actual hacking of cell phones and computers, mostly cell phones. What the hacker will do is these are people who are there to get money from people, to extricate, to take. They're not spiritual workers. They're not people who offer anything. They're thieves, basically. They're hackers slash thieves. They're just there to steal. And they would steal from a spiritual, a website that's offering spell services. They would steal from a website that's selling cars. They're not partial. If they can find a way to do it, they will do it. So it's not primarily, uh, um, confined or limited to my field. It's for any field out there. But because of my own field, this is my expertise. This is how I know what I know, how this works. I can't speak for a person who sells cars or bicycles. I can't speak for a person who sells teddy bears. I can't speak for a person who sells monogram towels. I can't speak for that because that's not what I do. So what they do is, in my case, this is my firm belief that this is happening. This is why I want to enlighten people. They need to know. They need to know what's happening. They call you, or you call them. The client calls. No, they don't have websites of their own. They will not have anything in their names. Was what I'm getting. They won't have anything in their name because nothing will be traced back to them ultimately. So what they do is they hide behind people like me with a website, people who have reputable websites and been out there for a while. These are the ones they will hide behind the umbrella of these people. They will hide behind the umbrella of these people. And this is how it works, right? What they'll do is they get the client's call instantly. They have a setup now where they're probably getting in calls from all these people. They're monitoring now because if they hack into your router, and this again is on YouTube, if somebody jacks up your router, if a hacker gets a hold of your router, basically you're screwed. They control and filter everything that you see on the internet. They only You can only see what they want you to see. They filter your content. And it takes I don't know why they would take the time to do this, but it has to be for money. Money. Money, quick money, easy money, other people's money. Other people's money. They're thieves and they're hypocrites. One of the things that they will use is that if they have money to spend on a spiritual website, if they have money to spend on spells, then they must have money to give away. Why not help themselves? That's how my mind works. This is how they will see it. They're not looking at the torment that the person is going through, the fact that spells do work. They're not looking at all of that. You see, they're thieves. They're surface people. They're not spiritual people. They don't feel the pain. They don't feel the suffering. They don't feel the agony. They don't see the dis-ease they call people. They don't look back to see when they bring somebody up and then that person has to fall and the pain they feel. They're not interested in that. As soon as they get whatever they want, X amount of dollars, they're gone. They're not looking back. They're thieves. They don't want to see your pain. They don't want to see your suffering. Who cares? Who needs that? They don't care about that. They just care about if you have money to buy something, why not give it to them? This is how they probably see it. I don't know. If they can relieve you of said funds. And again, I'm talking about my line of work, which is as a spiritual spellcaster. I offer EFT. I offer tarot reading, which are services. But there are people who actually probably sell physical things too that they can do this to. Trying the money is paid. There's nothing showing up. Then the person say, "Well, I ordered something from you. Where is it? I don't have any. I don't know. Money was transferred. The hacker has it. The person is waiting for their merchandise to show up. I don't have any record of a payment. You didn't pay me anything, but they know they paid. Then they have to go to the credit card and get it. It's sorted. They have to be reimbursed, and then the actual legitimate person who's trying to sell their products, they're getting a bad rep. But these hackers don't care. They don't care. When it comes to the cell phone hacking, what they're doing is why I would use my line of work for this, because there's something called psychic readings, not just a tarot reading where you actually shuffle the cards and the spirit works through you. There are people who are clairvoyant, who can see things. There are people who are auditory. I'm auditory, and you can hear things. So, but mostly people, let's imagine John Doe, wealthy John Doe. His wife is left, his girlfriend is left, or Jane Doe, her husband is left, her lover has left, even her girlfriend is left. It doesn't really matter. She calls us this see my number out there, or she sees somebody's number out there. She calls the number. She's not speaking to the person who is behind the website, who is paying for their advertising. She's not calling that person. The call is now being redirected to the hacker. The hacker will now hack into her phone. Most people, 99.99999%, they have smartphones. Even if it's a little rinky dinky phone, it's still a smartphone. It has a camera on it. The moment they call, the camera is gone. They hacked into that immediately. Now they're seeing everything that's in, imagine my phone. Imagine my phone, right? This is my phone here. Now I'm on the phone. Now everything that they're seeing here. Now they now will play their psychic. Remember, the website is a psychic website offering spiritual services. Everything that they can see it. They'll start describing now. Oh, there's an air conditioning here. There's a cup of coffee here. Are you drinking coffee from? I can see that. I can see the wall. The wall is painted. Let me see. I can see some. I don't know how they do it because that part has never happened to me, but it's been related to me. I don't know how exactly what depends on what's in your immediate area. And now they're so relieved that they found a genuine person. Now, if you're really that good, then you can help them. They're gonna pay you anything. There's two losers here. The person who wants help is going to lose their money, and the person who paid for that advertising, who actually took the time to build the website and is trying to build a reputable business, they lose too. And eventually, they get a bad rep because when this person now gets burned, they're going to give a bad review. And the poor sap behind the website, like, I don't know this person, I don't know these people. Why are they saying bad things about me? But this is the new age of scamming people. Electronically, they're doing it. This is why I send videos out there with my voice. My voice is pretty distinctive. If you're not talking to me, if you call my phone, my number, and you're not talking to me, this voice, just hang up. You don't even have to call me again or report it. Try that because I always put my email to send an email and say, look, I spoke to someone, this is not you. Because I'm would make a record of it now and I will take it to the police because I'm not just doing this on behalf of myself, but of everybody with spiritual websites out there or anybody selling any product or service. Because I know it's not just confined to the people who offer services like mine. They're probably doing it to people who offer physical services and goods too. They can't be. They hack into the people and then they're just redirecting the calls because you can't do that. That the children can do that. Just redirecting people's calls. Just redirecting people's calls. And they just get a lot of money. Because that's what would impress someone really quickly. Your heart is hurting. You finally found someone you think is legit. The person is describing everything they see around you. You're like, whoa, you got to be the real deal. They'll fork out any amount of cash that you want. And that's what they do. So beware. I'm going to post this video on YouTube, on my website, on Twitter, because I want just beware of it. And this is not just contained to my line of work, the people who also sell physical goods and services, because it's not fair to the people who are losing their money, and it's not fair to us. And if somebody with a website who's selling a service like mine, or somebody who's selling a physical good or product, please do what it takes to bring this to the police's awareness. Don't just sit down, bring it to the because if many of us go out there and start reporting this, the police, at some point, the FBI will have to take notice of it. They will have to and bring these people down. They will have to. This isn't fair. Because just how we created something from our own creativity, we have something to offer. They have too. They're just not utilizing it. They just want to relieve us and innocent people who are looking for help of their money. It's all about money. Not they want to give nothing in return for taking people's money. Another thing I want to note is that to any hacker out there, if you might see this, if you're hacking into somebody's phone and there are children around who are under 18, if they catch you, well, let law enforcement tell you what they will do to you. If you're watching people, especially young kids, it's not going to be pretty for you. Find another line of work. Find another line of work. Thank you.